Welcome back to our course on transformational leadership, strategy and governance. In this module, we're going to be looking at personal effectiveness. So with all our great visions and ideas about how we want to change things, how do we really get things done? How do we take our great ideas and our values and everything we stand for and make sure that in the real world, things actually happen? It was a big shift for me in my work when I came across some of these personal effectiveness approaches that helped me to manage my inbox, manage my to-do list, and actually get far more effective in having the kind of impact that I wanted to have. And they were just simple tips and ways to go about working every day with the kind of tools of the trade as we try to make a difference out there. So in this first session, I just want to sketch out a few different approaches to looking at personal effectiveness. This is all based on the work which you'll be able to find in one of the other Ubiquity courses, where the course focuses on personal effectiveness as a whole with Jeroen Maas. And so when I asked him to summarize it all in one screen, this is how he pulled it together. So these three different core dimensions to personal effectiveness, you could say. The first, effective working, the second, smart working, and the third, conscious working. So at the level of effective working, it's really the hands-on practices where we're looking at, how do I work with my mail? How do I work with my to-do lists? All of those basic habits that we can start to develop that help us to get through the things that we need to do in practice. So really managing our time, managing our working environment, those kind of issues. Very hands-on and concrete. Smart working then takes it to another level, where you take that productivity system that we've been working with in effective working and align it in with your personal vision, long-term goals and strategy. So you're not just in the day-to-day managing of all the bits and pieces you have to do, but are adding a level of awareness around how is what I'm doing today and now related to my longer term vision and goals? How does it tie in to what I'm learning from the world around me? How does it more connected to the purpose which I feel for my work? So it adds a kind of, I guess, more of a human layer into just the simple smart working approaches. With conscious working, it brings in far more elements. So that piece ties in a lot of the things we were talking about in the previous module. How we manage our physical energy, our emotional energy, our mental energy, and our broader well-being. And how we think about learning how to learn. So we start to put in place the processes that allow us to gain the information that we need to really be thinking about how do I find the stuff I need to enhance my effectiveness in the world. So it adds another layer, as it were, to the effective and smart working. You can start to integrate various different practices. It's a more integral approach, you could say, which says effectiveness is not just about your behavior, for example, in the upper right quadrant, how you manage your inbox, but is also very closely tied to your interior state, your interior well-being, how grounded and present you are, how you're in relationship with others, and how you're connecting to and relating to the broader systems around you. So you can get a feel for how these different categories of personal effectiveness just add extra dimensions to them as we go up. So what we're going to be doing in the sessions to come is we're going to look at two examples from the effective working domain, getting things done and Zen to done, and then we're going to just delve a little bit more deeply into the smart working and the conscious working pieces.